And here he is. That's Alexis Rocha, 4-0, Santa Ana, California. Hard-hitting welterweight prospect. And what I love about this, Steve, less than a month ago, he was in the ring at the Belasco Theater. He scored a quickie knockout, first-round KO. He's back again. I think that's exactly how young fighters should be moved.
And speaking of young, still a baby, still 2 years within being able to buy a beer legally, just 19 years old. And I'd have to say among the family, that includes Ronnie Rios, he got all the punching genes.
Caballeros, Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, en asociación con Cerveza Tecate Born Bold, presenta este cotejo pactado a 4 rounds en la división de peso welter. 4 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. Your 3 judges scoring. Sus 3 jueces, Rudy Barragán, Max De Luca y Fernando Villarreal. And when the action begins, the third man, el tercero en la superficie, Eddie Hernández. Introducing to you first the fighter standing in the blue corner wearing black and red. Official weight 147.6 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina Tecate Azul, vistiendo calzoncillo negro con rojo, con un peso de 147.6 libras. Representing El Paso, Texas, Estados Unidos, Colbert, LOZOYA. And his opponent across the ring, standing in the red corner, wearing blue and silver. Official weight, 147.8 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina Tecate Roja, vistiendo calzoncillo color azul con plata, con un peso de 147.8 libras. Professionally, he stands with 4 victories, and 3 of those victories coming by the way of knockout. Presenta un récord perfecto de 4 victorias, 0 derrotas, y 3 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. De Santa Ana, California, Alexis Rocha. Y para dar las instrucciones finales, aquí está Eddie Hernández.
Come here. See your glove. Let me see your glove. Mouthpiece? All right, gentlemen, I've been over the rules with you both. You know what I expect. Your trunks are a little high. We're gonna go here. Yours are a little high too, all right? Touch gloves, good luck.
Eddie Hernandez, the referee, the tail of the tape for this one.
Rocha, 17 years younger at age 19. He is 1 inch taller, and he has the reach advantage in this match.
19-year-old Alexis Rocha, 4-0, 3 KOs, getting ready to go. Opening bout here at a sold-out Fantasy Springs Resort and Casino. Great way to end September as we are underway. Beth Durant, Steve Kim, and Doug Fisher. The southpaw is Alexis Rocha. Lex, as they call him at TKO Boxing, and Santana is in the blue. Colbert LOZOYA, 7-13, veteran fighter, El Paso, Texas, getting tagged early on. Alexis Rocha comes to work quickly.
And guys, this may not last long. Colbert LOZOYA has been knocked down 9 times. Just keep that in mind.
He is 7-13. He was unanimous decision lost in LOZOYA in September. Actually, 3 weeks ago. I'm already in my October pumpkin face. There's Alexis Rocha, younger brother of Ronnie Rios. Mentioned it earlier, weighed over 200 pounds when he was 5'5". Went to the gym to lose weight. Chiseled out, and he's a solid 147. We've seen all 4 of his fights. Only gone the distance once. That was in June against Anthony Woods, a fighter who was not trying to get stopped.
I see a lot of changes from that pro debut, Beto. He was, I mean, he was shot out of a cannon in his pro debut. He came out, he was looking for the knockout. He was going crazy to the body. Much more poised fighter in there. He's taking his time, setting his punches up, doing good work on the outside.
And
devastating
down
work
goes LOZOYA here in the first round, halfway through the first, through the ropes. Don't know if he's going to get up in this one. His foot was dangling off the end, and it is over. First round knockout for Alexis Rocha. LOZOYA thought he had beat the count.
Beto, that's what I call getting up at 10 and a half. I think he tasted the power early. He realized he was overmatched. And quite frankly, that fight was only going in one direction, probably since the moment it was signed.
Alexis Rocha comes in, does what he's supposed to do. 5-0 now with 4 KOs.
This is his second consecutive first-round stoppage, and let's see how he did it. Cranking rights to the body and to the head. It was a right to the jaw. Sent LOZOYA down awkwardly. May have hurt his knee in the manner in which he fell. Right, there's some nice finishing lefts, but it was a right hook that hurt him.
One thing is clear, Doug. Alexis Rocha is a real heavy-handed puncher from the southpaw stance, and punchers are born, they are not made. The question will be, and I think, again, this is still very, very early in the process, how will he develop his other tools? But he has that natural God-given ability to kick.
I see development. I see physical development. His body, you know, as he's getting older, his muscles are getting tighter, getting stronger. I see his technique is getting better, and he's more patient.
Yeah, and we mention again, he's only 19 years old. I don't believe that the Golden Boy brass will be in a rush with that young man.
There's no reason to.
He turned 19 in July. Did the Segerstrom High School alum Alexis Rocha, trained by Hector Lopez. There you see Hector with his New England Patriots hat. All the things that trainers have told me over the years to make sure to mention in a broadcast, like, can you mention my Patriots hat?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, he is a huge Patriots fan.
Yes, he is. Yes,
no
he
doubt.
is.
He's proud and loyal.
And he should be proud of his young fighter, Alexis Rocha, who's now 5-0.
He's doing a great job, but I agree with you, Steve. There's no reason to rush this kid. The only reason you'd maybe rush somebody who's 19 years old is if they had like 200 amateur fights and they were an elite amateur. They were like an Olympian or whatever. But even then, let them get into their 20s.
Yeah.
Here's our announcer. Pablo, our announcer from Tijuana, is getting ready. Handing him the mic. The Team TKO in Santana, California. I think that's the hardest part to learn as a young fighter. After you get done, you gotta go take pictures. You gotta pose. You gotta learn. There you see Valentin. When the camera guys are giving you instructions, you gotta know what's up. Turn to the left, there you go. Show off the Mexican flag, show off the USA flag, there you go. And then you wait for Pablo, the ring announcer. As Colbert, LOZOYA comes over, shakes hands, raises the hand of Alexis Rocha. I think he's gonna be like, you know what? I fought that kid when he was only 4-0. From the looks of it, Alexis Rocha has a lot of potential, a lot of upside on him. Hurry up and wait is the process right now. Make sure you go to the Golden Boy Twitter account, vote who will win, Petrov or Perez. So a kid who weighed over 200 pounds, a gordito as they say in Spanish, now a chiseled 147, had no problem making it. He's actually underweight.
Looking at his frame, Beto, at age 24, 25, I could easily see him growing one day into a middleweight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Damas y caballeros, tenemos el tiempo oficial de 1 minuto 40 segundos en el primer asalto. We have the official time of 1 minute and 40 seconds in round number 1. Declaring your winner by the way of knockout. Su ganador por la vía del knockout, Puritito Santana, California. Alexis Lex Rocha.
First round KO for Alexis Rocha. It's the third time he stopped the opponent in the first round. The other time that he stopped him was in the third. 19-year-old Lex. This gives it a chance to use Steve Kim's news and notes right now as he gets interviewed by Spanish TV, as we're going to check out the highlight of the fight. Crack staff putting it together. I mean, whoever's working the replay tonight, getting their money's worth.
Yeah, and this is no surprise given the fact LOZOYA has hit the canvas many times, and this will be his 10th knockout loss. But again, I agree with you, Doug. I think there is technical development. I think we're going to have to find out a little bit more. I think one thing that's going to be found out is how does he operate in the second half of, let's say, a 6-round fight. It might be at that stage, and again, still very early, but do you now find him a spoiler type just to get him a few rounds under his belt early on?
Right, maybe an opponent kind of like that Jonathan Navarro faced earlier on tonight's card. Somebody who's a survivor, who's quirky, who's unorthodox, who's going to move, frustrate you a little bit. The kid goes some rounds and is in there with somebody that is not readily there to be cracked. Because when this kid lands on you, it's generally over. But I love the nice, short, compact punches that he had on the inside.
And before we get to him, Steve Kim's using notes. We're going to get one right now, Steve. December 17th at the Forum. What do you got?
Well, I'm the Pointer Sisters. I'm so excited. We've got a fight between two guys that are no strangers to Fight of the Year. It was made official by Golden Boy yesterday, confirmed by everyone involved. Takashi Miura will fight Orlando Salido. Now, this will be for the WBC Interim 130 as Francisco Vargas nurses from that war on June 4th. Doug, I think this fight is a can't miss, given the fact the combatants involved, I think, make a strong argument for being the last two fight of the years.
And we're going to make a strong argument for Steve.
Both guys have been in their share of Fight of the Year candidates as Alexis Rocha replaces Steve Kim here in the broadcast booth. Don't worry about the sweat.
Alexis Rocha is jumping in right now. Carla Lustenau, Director of Travel, make sure to jump in with us too. Nice red shirt, Lustenau. Alex Rocha, that's the girl that booked your travel, right? It's not that hard to book your travel to India when you can only one round, bro.
I mean, I always got to go in there cautious, but I got to go in aggressive at the same time,
Your last fight was less than 30 days ago.
Yes.
It was just August 19th at the Blasco Theater.
Yeah.
What's it like when there's less than a month between fights?
No, right after my last fight, I went straight to the gym. Actually, the next day, the fight was on a Friday. The next day on Saturday, I went straight to working out.
So how much sparring do you do when there's just a couple of weeks in between fights?
We get about 4 weeks, 5 weeks. We try to mix it up. We don't want to overwork also as well because I just fought previously, so I'm keeping active. I'm pretty sharp. I'm right off the gym. I don't gain too much weight.
Now, you have an interesting perspective on the main event tonight. Petrov and Michael Perez. You know him well. You sparred them both.
Yes.
How do you see that one?
Actually, man.
Don't make a prediction, but how do you see it going?
It's gonna be a war. I can expect that. It's gonna be a war. Mike Perez, he's a great boxer. He loves boxing. Using his jab, using his reach. Petrov comes coming forward, so it's gonna be a pretty interesting fight.
Alexis Rocha. At one point, you said it, you were the gordito over 200 pounds.
Yes, sir.
You're now fighting at 147. How do you feel at this weight?
I feel strong. I feel very strong, I make the weight very comfortable. I don't struggle or anything. But, yeah, I see myself another 2-3 years. I'm still 19. I'm still developing. I'm still a little kid.
You've got the frame where I could easily see you fight at junior middleweight. Yeah. But if you can make 154,
why
you
not?
feel strong and you feel fast, this welterweight's a great division.
Exactly, yeah. So let me just outgrow the weight class, and then I'll go to 54.
So no, your hands feel fine. Obviously, not a mark on your face. Could you come back in like 3 weeks? Would you be comfortable doing that?
Of course.
And
the plan is to be active, and thank God, Golden Boy. They've been keeping me active, giving me great cards like this. So I gotta thank them.
Well, Golden Boy is not busy in October, but November there's 2 fights. We're actually going to be back here November 18th.
Yeah.
Maybe talk to Heck and let him know.
What I really want, I want to fight, and my brother's on the card. I don't know when he's fighting, but hopefully in December or something like that, and hopefully I can fight under his undercard.
Brother Ronnie Rios,
Yes,
Segerstrom High School alum.
Santana.
Santana or is it Santa Ana?
Both, Santana, Santa Ana.
There's the camera. Say what's up to your people.
Hey, everyone, thank you back home in Santa Ana. Everyone in Santa Ana, thank you so much. Appreciate all the support.
Santa Ana, Santana. We're in India. We'll be back with more on Ring TV.